Sabine has new and mysterious outside influences on her character, and Tiya Sircar gives us the details. Also, Sam Witwer on Darth Maul returning to Rebels and bringing a character from the legendary canon, Grand Admiral Thrawn, into Star Wars Rebels. It's here on the Star Wars Report.
When we first presented Darth Maul in the Clone Wars, what we were trying to do is we were doing Star Wars Goes to Hell, basically.
Yeah.
That they go into this
Quite
deep
literally.
cave. Quite literally, there's fire, there's flame, and he is in this garbage web, and he's this spider creature who's hissing and babbling to himself. And he regains his composure later and finally becomes a little bit more of the Sith Lord that we remember from The Phantom Menace.
Embrace your destiny.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of personality to him this time around. I mean, he's about 50, 60 years old at this point. You know,
Yeah.
He moisturizes, so he looks really good. But he's gone through a lot. He's been through a lot, and he's even quite different than the Darth Maul that took over Mandalore. You know,
Yes.
oh, previous line. Does he tells the Mandalorians what to do, and he's very controlled, and he's like a statesman. Now he's like this kindly old man who wants nothing more than to rob you blind and burn down your house.
I need someone who sees a bigger picture.
Thrawn in Star Wars Rebels. I want to get your thoughts on it. Because you were on stage watching
Yeah,
it.
that's been a secret I've had to keep for a while.
Yes.
But I'm very, very excited. Because here's the thing, nothing has changed. Everyone thinks that the Legends thing and it's the expanded universe, now it's Legends. Oh, everything, the world is falling apart, the sky is falling, what are we going to do? It's chaos. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing as it's always been. When George was working on the Clone Wars with Dave, there was never the expectation that that TV show or George's movies was going to line up one for one with the expanded universe materials. Those West End Games books are largely still accurate. The ones that were written in the 80s, they're largely still accurate with the world, but there are things that they get wrong all the time in terms of what what Star Wars later
Certainly.
did. We're still dipping in, grabbing ideas. When we were doing Darth Maul, we made the Sith Code canon.
Yeah, you had fragments of it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Suddenly, guess what? We've just brought that in, so.
I still can't believe we're here to break this guy out of prison.
My friends, my friends!
Yes.
And of course, Dave, nothing is by accident. I mean, he knows exactly what he needs to tell us to get the performance that he needs from us. So he definitely gives you what you need, but nothing more. Whereas in season 3, I feel like because Sabine has so much more to do and so much more responsibility, he's sort of giving me more responsibility as well by giving me a bigger picture, sort of an idea of what an overarching sort of what's happening now, what probably will happen.
We could steal a squadron's worth.
They would be key to building a strike fleet. Let's go get them.
Well, I think Sabine definitely has a lot more responsibility this season as far as, she's sort of coming into her own more. I mean, she was always very mature and very capable, but now she's actually sort of assuming more of a leadership position, and she's got a lot more responsibility, not just responsibility towards the Ghost crew, but now she's also got this whole Mando storyline that perhaps she has sort of responsibility in other areas of her life that she has not been sort of that haven't been a part of her life for a while.
Ezra, turn away before it's too late!
The key to destroying the Sith.
And that's a wrap on the Star Wars Rebels press day for Season 3. It's been an absolute blast, guys. Seriously, getting the chance to talk to Sam and to Tiya and seeing the press conference. I'm so excited for Season 3. What you guys can most look forward to is a new dimension, really. That's the big takeaway, is that we're seeing new character moments from Sabine, and we're seeing a new and even more ruthless and calculating Darth Maul. I cannot wait for the storyline to proceed. Guys, stay tuned. It's Star Wars Rebels Season 3 here on the ground at Celebration Europe.